Hey guys, in science this week, we're going to be looking at food chains. What and who make up a food chain, and then at the end, you're going to be doing your assignment in Seesaw, and you're going to be creating your own food chain. So what is a food chain? It is the path of food energy from one organism to another in an ecosystem. It shows how energy moves from the sun to plants to animals. These are some definitions that you're going to have to know. So, producer is an organism that makes its own food. A consumer is an organism that eats plants or other animals. And then a decomposer is an organism or bacterium or fungus that eats dead plant or animal matter. These are different types of consumers. So you have an herbivore that eats only plants, carnivore eats only meat or other animals, omnivore eats both other animals or plants, predator hunts and eats other animals for food, and prey is an animal that is eaten by another animal. These are the two different types of consumers. So you have a primary, so these animals eat plants or parts of plants to survive. And then secondary consumers are animals that eat other animals, like this eagle here. So let's make a food chain together. All food chains have a beginning, and they always begin with the sun because the sun provides energy that the producers and consumers need to get along in the food chain. So plants absorb the sun's energy in order to make its own food and grow to become food for our consumers. Our plant is a producer. So in our chain, the sun's energy will transfer into the plant, and this will help it grow and produce energy for what eats it. So next in the food chain, and you notice the arrows, that is the energy that's going to the next part of the food chain. So consumers eat the plants and absorb the plant's energy. So the zebra in this food chain is the primary consumer, and they eat the plants and are herbivores, which is a plant eater. Next in the food chain is going to be the consumer that will eat the animal who's eating the plants and absorb its energy. So the lion is a carnivore and a secondary consumer. So a secondary consumer can sometimes be an omnivore, just like humans. We eat both plants and animals. So at the end, when an animal dies in our food chain, a decomposer will feed on that matter. Decomposers return that energy back into the food chain. It can be a fungus like mushrooms, a bacteria, or an organism, cockroaches, vultures, or worms. So you're going to use your knowledge to create your own food chain in Seesaw. Each part of the chain is important. And if you don't have all of those, it's not going to work. And don't forget, it has to start with the sun. So this assignment will be on Seesaw. Have fun.